Hi there. Today we're going to be modding a ps3 controller. One of these. We're going to be putting some of these on it. Some buttons. We're going to be relocating the R3 and R3 buttons, which we'll be soldering to these 2 points here. This is a non-DualShock controller, a 6-axis only. First you'll need some wire, soldering iron, some solder, some buttons, and obviously a screwdriver to pull apart. Except for I'm not going to be going through the pulling apart process. Alright, to get started. It's easier to take everything out of the case. Just it all out of the case and put it somewhere. I just leave it in this state here. So you'll need some wire strippers. You need to take ends of some of them. At the moment we're listening to Skrillex. So I've done one wire. Right, well, I've reeked that one, so we'll just cut that off. I need some new ones, I reckon. I just got them second hand or trade me. It was cheap. Right, so these buttons are just small ones. How we're going to be cutting the hole in, will actually just be done with soldering iron, because it's just melting a hole in the case. But first, we're going to solder this wire to the button. I always like to have a bit of blue tack handy, it's just easier with these little buttons. The first one I did had big buttons like these, which are quite handy. Right, so there I just layered it and put some solder on it. And now I'm going to put it on here. I don't know why this one's being such a pain. The other one I did last night was a lot easier. This controller here that I'm modding, this is a non-DualShock one, just a normal 6-axis, but it's pretty much the same to mod a DualShock one. Just follow the same process. And when I was looking up how to mod this and working out how to, all I could find was dual shot ones, but I still tried it and it worked fine. You also want this handy cleaner for your soldering on. Right, so we've done one. Here's the second one. I normally just solder the wires to the buttons first. So I'll strip these wires. This can take a long time sometimes. I have attempted to do an LED mod to the PS button, but it didn't work out so good because it was a old controller, and it also I think the LED was just, the voltage on it was too high, so it wouldn't show up and the PS button wouldn't work. But that's okay because I think it's this one that I'm adding these buttons to. I ripped it out. I think it was actually soldered to those 2 points there, but I put it back together roughly before, and it was working again fine. So there's the last two wires we need to strip. So you get your solder and just repeat the same process. I just like to use 2 different coloured wires when I'm doing this stuff. It's just nicer and easier. Also, I have also started up a business of modding. So if you're wanting me to do this for you, contact me. And I will be it for a price depending on your the mod you're wanting done. I'll be able to mod it for you. Normally the most it will be is about 20 or so for a mod, but if you're wanting to buy a controller, it will be about 100. I do sell controllers, but you have to pay for the shipping to me and back if you're wanting it modded. I'm just working out how much wire I'm needing. So I'll say about here. This wire that I've got is just some cheap wire that I got from Blacksmith, New Zealand. I think this is the second generation controller. The one that I've done first with these types of buttons, I think it's or it's the first generation. You can tell by the battery sizes on them. Where's the other one? Here it is. Say about here. It's a little bit of pain to strip them when you're attached to the buttons. I actually advise to strip both ends and make sure that the wires are to the right length before you do this. This one I just screwed up, but it's okay. I can still do it. Worst comes to worst, so I'll just replace one of the wires. There. Now we're just about done. We should be soldering there and there. So we just repeat the same process as we did before. Most of this stuff that I'm using here is actually stuff off Trade Me, which is a brilliant price for getting stuff cheap. If you attempt this and you screw it up, please do not contact me complaining, because it is not my fault for your mistakes. But if you are not willing to try this, you can always contact me and send your controller in, and I can do it for you, and my assistant can contact me and tell me when you're wanting me to do this. I will get it given to me, then I will send it back to you. But if you're not wanting that, you can pay and I can get a controller and sell you a controller that I have modded. We do sell controllers. I can do this for ps3 and Xbox 360 controllers.